My name is Fernando, and I have a special gift. I speak to the dead. When I was a child, I heard a voice that warned me about an impending fire. That voice saved my life. Today, I use my gift to pass on messages for those left behind. Join me as I cross over the rainbow and connect with Spirit. One of my favorite stories growing up was that of my grandmother Irene. She died of emphysema years before I came to know the world. Something I've heard over and over from my family is that she was one of the kindest, most sincerest people you could ever come to meet. The particular story I'm reminded of took place several months after my birth. It happened one morning while my mother was in the kitchen catching up with some of her chores. She heard me cooing and laughing to myself and decided to walk over to the room I was in to check on me. As she stepped into the doorway, she was caught very much by surprise to see my grandmother standing there next to my crib. She was wearing a pink dress and she was bathed in white light. She smiled and vanished into thin air. After Mom got over the initial shock, she realized that my grandmother had been watching over us and was still very much a part of our lives. During this next reading, my client also comes to realize that her loved one is very much still a part of her life and sees all she has been up to since their passing. Okay, so I've got two people in spirit that are stepping forward. One is a male and one is a female. Now the male is slightly younger, but the female's the older one. So it's the older female, and then there's a male that's slightly below that person's age. But let me see who wants, I think the male wants to go first because he's almost very excited and he wants to talk to you. He wants to talk to you. He says, "You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
Thank
You're so
you.
beautiful." So he
Thank
keeps almost he keeps almost acknowledging like, "You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful." Did he act like a father to you, or did he step in and play the role of father for you? Because he keeps acknowledging, he comes across very father-like in energy, almost like he was not only a father to you, but he may have been a father to a lot of people. It's almost as if he tried to be there for a lot of other people. Do you
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that? Okay.
right. Because he didn't have children
Okay.
for
That
a while,
that makes
so
sense. Yeah.
come and get us all and take us out.
That's it. Yeah,
My
because
uncle.
for me it's almost like this was his opportunity to be a father. So that's the
Mhm.
way he comes across. He's also acknowledging, okay. Um Okay, he's trying to spell a name out for me now because there's a bit of a cultural difference. I'm going to do my very best to kind of break it out, but I almost feel like saying Lala or Lali. Do you know there's a Lala or Lali or Lolo or Lili sounding name? It's not Lily. It's like Lala or Loli sounding in a way, and it sounds like a nickname. Do you know if there's some connection to that name or there's a link to that?
Ellie?
You say Ellie?
Yeah.
Who's Ellie?
My sister?
Okay. So okay, got it. So it's almost like the sound is similar. So he's acknowledging.
Mhm.
I think he's wanting to say hello to your sister. So I think that's what's happening
Oh,
here. He
uh-huh.
wanted to express his joy and he's acknowledging his sister.
Uh-huh.
He's also making a symbol for baby. So has there been a baby born since his passing? Because he's acknowledging a child.
My kids.
Okay, and he never got a chance to meet them.
No?
That's it. So he's
No?
acknowledging that he's aware of the children that were born, or he's
Okay.
acknowledging that he knows your children and that he's
Oh,
seen them. So he's wanting to acknowledge that. He is, got it. He's putting his hand over his mouth. Whenever I see a spirit doing that, it means I didn't get a chance to say goodbye or we didn't get a chance to speak before my passing. Do you understand that?
yeah.
Okay. He understands that you weren't there or that you couldn't be there because of circumstances. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't blame you and he doesn't want you to feel guilty about that. He wants you to know that he loves you no matter what and that nothing can change that. So he wants you to be aware of that. He says, if anything, he says he went with peace knowing that you were having a good life or that you were happy. So he is acknowledging that he is, as long as he knew that everyone was okay, he could leave or he could release from the spirit, from the physical world. Do you understand that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
acknowledging that. He makes me feel like he had symptoms, but he didn't pay attention to them. And it's almost as if he didn't he didn't understand that this was serious. So either he did not go to the doctor or he just waited too long, and by the time he went, it was too late because he's
Yeah.
acknowledging that. He's
Yeah.
also referencing that there could have been a procedure or there could have been some sort of thing that could have potentially helped him tremendously, and he missed out on that opportunity. Do you
Yeah.
understand that? Okay,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
referencing that. He, you know, when I feel his energy, there's so much love that comes from him, and I
Yeah.
see him bathed in white, and that's the way he comes across to me, is very much bathed in white. He is wanting to say hello to your mother. Your mother's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, he wants to say hello to your mother, so he's acknowledging your mother. He's
Okay.
also, it's interesting because he's smiling, and all I see is his smile and his teeth. That's all I see. So he's wanting to
Mm-hmm.
smile for me and giving me that sense there. He's also showing money. So did he ever try to help you financially or offer to help you financially?
No, he always would give us money to
Oh,
buy.
oh, okay, got it. Because he wants to give you money, so he's offering to give you money. So that's
Uh-huh.
just his character.
Okay.
Is your mother's mother passed?
Yes.
Got it. So your mother's mother is wanting to be acknowledged, and she's wanting to say hello. She is wanting to tell you that she has seen you, and she has seen you grow, and she has seen you become a woman, and she's very proud of you. So she's wanting to acknowledge that. She's
Mm-hmm.
also wanting to tell your mother. Did your mother's passing break your mother's heart? Because she keeps acknowledging that your mother was very, very hurt by that
Yeah.
passing.
Yeah.
Okay. She's also acknowledging blood sugar related issues. Do you know if your grandmother suffered from blood sugar issues?
My mom would know. I wish she died before before I was born.
Ah, go okay. Because
My
she's
mom.
got it. Because she's acknowledging that there was some blood sugar related issues there. She's also acknowledging. Did did your mother and father not stay connected, or did they are they not together?
They're together, but my mom works at another state, so they
Oh, okay, got it.
yeah.
Because
She's
she
almost
yeah, because she's acknowledging that she sees the separation between your mother and your father, and she's just acknowledging that this is difficult or this is not easy for your mother. So she's
hmm
making me aware of that. Would Was your grandmother a bit more make sure that this is okay with your husband, make sure that you make him happy, make sure, because she's acknowledging being more focused on the needs of the husband. Do you understand that?
uh-huh,
Okay,
uh-huh.
so your grandmother is almost telling your mother, is your husband okay with you working in a different state? Are you okay? So your grandmother's a bit nosy and she's wanting to get in there. So she's
Uh-huh.
referencing that.
Uh-huh.
She's also acknowledging the month of January. Do you know if the month of January is somehow connected to either your mother or your grandmother?
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
so this would be either the month of January or the first of a month. So the first of a month would be like January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, April 1st. So either the first of the month is significant or the month of January is connected somehow. But she's acknowledging or referencing that period. So she's making me aware of that. She's also okay.
My birthday is April 1st.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay, so she's acknowledging your birthday then, because she's talking about the date of the first. So she
Okay.
knows your birthday, and she's wanting to acknowledge that she's been seeing you grow, and she knows you, and that she knows
Okay.
that that's your birthday. So she's
Never met
letting you know that.
her, but
Yeah,
I
no,
always
she's very much around you, Billy. She's very much around you.
that's good.
She keeps talking about how much you look like your mother. So
I,
do people say that because she's acknowledging that you look
I
so much?
think I do.
Okay, because
Yes.
she's just so happy that you look like your mother, but she's also acknowledging how much you look like your mother. So she's
hmm
making me aware of that as well. Um, she's wearing a scarf, or she's showing me something worn around her. Do you have a picture of her? Do you know if there's a picture of her where she's wearing a scarf or she's got something wrapped around her?
Huh. I think I might. Because we have a few pictures of her.
Yeah,
I might.
it's really beautiful. It's almost a very beautiful fabric or something she's got wrapped around. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You see the fabric that's wrapped around? It's almost like a yeah. She's
Yeah.
acknowledging that picture. So that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she kept talking about this like piece of fabric. It looks like a scarf that's wrapped around her.
I love this
That's
picture.
it. Yeah. So that's her absolute favorite picture of her,
Yeah.
and she says that she will look like this. She looks like this now. So she's acknowledging that this is her. This is her.
Oh,
So she
that's
wants you to
nice.
know that. She says that when she comes to see you, she's trying to inspire you. She's trying to give you strength. She's trying to let you know that you are worth something, and don't let anyone make you feel like you aren't worth anything. And especially with men, she says, make sure that men treat you well and that they know that you are worth something important. So she's wanting to inspire you to keep your expectations high and make sure that you always have an open heart, but also have expectations for how you should be treated and how others should be with you. Okay. So this is her biggest message to you, because she wants to acknowledge that she loves you and she only wants the best for you. She is wanting to, okay, she's talking about the four sisters. You know, if your mother, do you know if your grandmother had four sisters or three other sisters and there was four of them? That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Because your grandmother is acknowledging the four sisters. So if she had three other sisters, she's acknowledging the sisters and the connection to her sisters. So she's making me aware of that. Are they all passed now as well?
Almost.
Okay.
You know what? I think three are.
Okay. So she's
And
acknowledging,
two.
yeah, she's acknowledging because she's making me aware that she's with the sisters. So she's making me aware of that. So if, yeah,
Oh,
so that's probably what she's referring to. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think three of them have passed.
yeah. So if there's three of them and she's the fourth, then there would be four girls. So that's what she's acknowledging is the four girls.
Yeah.
Okay, she's pulling back. She just wanted to say hello and that
Oh,
she loves you very, very much,
mhm.
and she's very proud of you. She's acknowledging that. She's very proud.
Thank you.
She also wants you to know. Do you have children? Because she's acknowledging two.
Yes, I
Okay,
have two boys.
two boys. That is because she's talking about the two boys. She wants you to know that you're a good mother, and she knows that you're a good mother. So she wants you to be aware of that. She says sometimes you have to put your foot down a little more than you're used to, but she says you're a good mother. Okay.
Yeah, she's right.
Okay, so she's acknowledging that. The okay, I think this is the brother energy or the uncle. I think he's stepping back in, so he's
Okay.
wanting to come back in. He's acknowledging like there was a letter or a card that was sent that he would have either received or he sent to you, but he's acknowledging this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you also sent pictures as well. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you send your mother a letter with pictures?
Maybe, maybe.
Because he says that he read or he knows about what was happening in your life. Because even
Mhm.
though when you moved, he feels like you didn't communicate as much or you weren't able to talk as much. He says that's fine. He doesn't want you to feel bad about that, but he says that he knows what was happening in your life. All right, they're pulling back.
Well, he pretty much answered it because I felt guilty. I wasn't able to talk to him before his passing, so
Mhm.
I always like thought about that and felt guilt.
Yeah.
So it's nice that he acknowledged that. So I feel much better now.
Tell me about your grandmother. Did you ever get a chance to meet her?
No, she died very young. None of her grandkids did. They, my aunt, my mom, they did a great job to always tell us about her, how amazing she was. So we
Hmm.
still all loved her
Yeah.
without ever meeting her. And you know what's funny? Before our session, I touched up a
Hmm.
little bit and
Yeah.
everything, and I just felt something. I was like, I know I look nice. I know I look nice. I was like, and I actually told him, I was like, I know I look nice on
Oh, how
on
funny! So
TV. And you just say that he said I look
that's for the
beautiful.
first thing he said was you were beautiful. You were beautiful. So I think that's hilarious. So he's letting you know that he was with you in that moment when
Right.
you were telling him, "I look beautiful, right? I look beautiful." And
Yeah,
so
yeah. So that was, oh my gosh.
yeah, so just know that they're with you all the
Okay,
time,
okay.
and you're not alone.
Good, good. I
Well,
feel. Thank you, Fernie.
you're welcome, sweetheart. Well, it was a pleasure reading for you and connecting with you with your loved ones, and I send
Thank,
you away with lots of love.
thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. There's those necklaces that have those little like pendants, and they've got the outline of the woman kind of facing sideways. Do
Yes.
you know what this is?
Yes.
Okay, because
Oh
she's
my God.
okay because she's acknowledging that.